right, so the first thing that we're going to taste is a Persian pan-fried fish. This is a local Spanish mackerel. It was caught locally here just a few days ago, paired with Persian rice, a jeweled rice, and then a green goddess dressing to go with it. And so for you, Max.
Thank you very much, Angel. And what we're going to do here is one of my favorite things. So the key to finding really nice pairings is to, one, not be intimidated, two, try lots of different things. Sometimes there are mistakes, sometimes there's not. Here are some guidelines that will help you out. When you're dealing with red wines with seafood, the big thing you want to avoid are tannins, right? So tannins are a natural compound that are found in lots of different things, but particularly as it relates to wine, they're in the grape skins and also the pit of the grape, and then also in oak barrels, right? So you want to go with a wine that has lower amounts of tannin. What does tannin do? It attracts the protein in your mouth, right? So it's like if there's no food, it's like looking for the closest protein, which is right there. Right? And what you want to do with fish in this case is find something that has less tannin. So tannin brings that stringent, kind of bitter quality, right, in some certain red wines, and can be anywhere from ground up bricks in a Vitamix, which would be like the very tannic wines like Nebbiolo or sometimes Cabernet Sauvignon, to something that is lighter like Pinot Noir, Gamay, Frappato from Sicily. In this case, I brought one of my favorite wines here from the Willamette Valley, Lingua Franca. It's made by another master sommelier, Larry Stone, and a really beautiful vineyard. It's super elegant. You have like lots of red berry, like red raspberry, red cranberry, kind of orange citrus quality to it. And you have the key there where it's lower tannin, but also a fair amount of acidity to really be refreshing with all the different flavors. The dish you have here has lots of spice, so I wanted something that also complements that as well. So it is aged in French oak, so you have a little of that cinnamon, clove, and vanilla, nice. Which will balance up really nicely. So
I'd like to taste this one first.
Please do.
So can we talk about the steps of tasting?
Yes.
Okay.
So the least important part is looking at color, but that's also an important part too, right? Okay. So you're looking at it, particularly if you're doing things like blind tasting, right? Mm-hmm. So here you look at the color, you see it's kind of, you can see through it. It's a red wine you can see through. So that means it's a thin skin grape, and that will kind of narrow things down for you, right? So thin skin grape, it's clear, looks good. People talk about the tears and things like that. That doesn't mean it's a great wine or anything like that. That just tells you what the viscosity or the alcohol content is of the wine, or is a clue into that. Next, smell the wine, which is really that moment that meditative moment, right? Brings all, like, sets you up for the pleasure that's coming up ahead.
Fantastic.
And then from there, go to the palate. And you don't have to slurp your wine. Just taste it, have it go really move around your mouth and get all the sensations. What do you think?
It is definitely, it's a Pinot Noir, definitely light, but just so lovely and delicate.
Just silky, like really smooth on the palate. Yeah. Great balance of acidity. The fruit's not overly ripe. It's fresh fruit, right? As opposed to, which a lot of times, if you get too ripe fruit, that's going to overpower a dish. Right. So it's all about making the dish sing, as opposed to having the wine overpower it. And that's another key too. So looking for things like alcohol contents. Often is, if you want to seafood, you want things which are lower in alcohol content as well. Okay. And the one thing, and I can't say it enough, the tannin thing is a big deal, because if you have too much tannin, it's going to ruin. You're going to have a higher level of kind of iodine flavor that comes up, and that will just not be fun for anyone.
Right. Yeah, that'll set everybody off the wrong way.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's taste this dish. No, we don't want to do that.
Delicious.
Thank you. Very nice. Yeah, that's a winning pair.
That's great. I love that.
Very nice.
So one thing that I always